So it's all about speed in today's sprint, not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting sprint. Phoenix lines up on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Norris, Russell, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Verstappen, Ocon, Stroll, Albon, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Joe, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, and Logan Sargent. And with preparations almost complete, let's head trackside for today's sprint. And joining me once again in the commentary box today is, of course, former World Endurance Champion Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Phoenix.
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? One more thing to consider is the strategy element. How far can the drivers push these tyres, and who's going to blink first for fresh rubber? It'll be interesting to see if the leaders have to compromise their plan to cover off the cars behind them.
Okay, so let's go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs. Not expecting any changes to the weather today. It should be dry throughout. You're in first position, front of the pack. Understood, copy that. Okay, that's not an ideal placement in your grid slot. You're going to need a good launch at the race start. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment. Just be careful. The pack, that's P1. Leclerc is behind you. Our gap behind is 5.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Okay, 18 laps to go. Okay, the underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon. Hamilton's behind you now. Okay, the gap behind is 8.9 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 32.6. is unavailable. The rear wing is down, so you can stay out while we work on a fix. Okay, the static over the radio. Say it again. That's Hamilton behind, and the gap behind us is 9.4 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1:32.0. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 15.7 seconds. Okay, so far our fastest lap is a 1:29.3. And there are 18 laps of fuel remaining now. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Hamilton's behind you now. We're leading the car behind by 10.4 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 6 laps old. Time last lap was a 1:32.1. Okay, gap to the car behind. 10.9 seconds. Okay, copy that. Gap to your teammate behind is 24.6 seconds. Okay, there's a fault with the DRS. You will not be able to open the rear wing. We're working on a fix. Stay out for now. Repeat that, I've got some interference here. Okay, car behind trailing us, 8.6 seconds. The underbody's taken a little damage, just watch out for it. Tyre condition still looking good. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, push, gap to the car behind. 9.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 32.5. You're in first position, front of the pack. Hamilton behind you now. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 9.7 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Your pit window's now open. Pit window is open. Okay, we're down to our last 10 laps of fuel. Our gap behind is 8.3 seconds. gap behind is 8.5 seconds. Turbocharger's on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 31.1 seconds. The gap behind us is 8.6 seconds. Yellow flag. Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Okay, clear. Just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. We're leaving the car behind by 9.4 seconds. Yes, come on, we're on the podium. Good job this weekend. That's a great drive. Thank you.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Phoenix increases their championship lead. Well, that wraps up the sprint. All that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.